All right, just a sensational Sunday update here. Um, so woke up with the chickens, like I said. Couldn't get anything done right away, so did my usual coffee and smoking the pipe. Went to my churches on YouTube, learned some stuff that I'm not doing correctly. Anyway, I digress. That lawnmower guy showed up, started making a bunch of racket, so I took that as a green light to get up and get things done. So, talked to Mia, um, and I told her I'm going back over to the shitty shed over there. Uh, the pig that I'm putting lipstick on, which is literally what I did. And I'm going to finish that up. So that's what I did. Uh, I literally had to paint the whole front of that shed with a brush because there was a lot of cross diagonal bracing boards, weird support cross braces, things like that. I could not actually get in there with a roller and do what I had to do. So I had to do it all with a brush, dabbing and blotting and pushing the paint into all the pockets, pinholes. It straight up sucked. Took a little while, about an hour. Need to do a relight. Nice. It's a nice thing about this vapor blend. It burns well, stays lit, burns well. Anyway, did the front, cracked out the roller, and went all the way around the building again with the roller, putting on the top coat of paint. Then came back to the front because the wood was pretty much paintless and old and dried out, and it soaked in the first coat of paint pretty good, and went over the whole friggin' thing again, this time with the roller and doing in between all the cross bracing with the brush all the way around that building twice, and it has now been fortified with a heavy coat of paint. It was like painting a spongy barn. It soaked up that paint pretty good. But it's done. So then I came back here, and what did I do? Talked to Mia again. She keeps calling after she takes a nap. Calls to check in. Oh, and we had a pretty good discussion about decorating the lake house. I couldn't remember her plan. And I like her plan. Yeah, she's on the same page as me. She knows how to interior decorate, and she knows how to interior decorate a Northwoods, Wisconsin lake house. So she hasn't had one bad idea yet that I disagree with. You know? So anyway, we talked about that. She refreshed my memory what she was wanting to do in the master bedroom, and it turns out I bought the wrong stuff for the bed coverings as to what she was intending and what would look good in there. So the plan that she had for the guest bedroom, um, everything I bought will work great in there. So that's where it's going. And I'm going to let her pick out the sheets and the bed coverings and stuff for the bed in the master bedroom. Her bed, essentially. Yeah. But once she described it again, I like what she's stepping in. So, yeah, there's that. Then I decided to take a nap. Yeah, sitting here falling asleep because it's so nice and cool in here and quiet. And I took a hour and a half nap. Woke up, like, oh, I better get going on stuff. So I got a sheet of paper and I measured up all of the cabinets for the face frames. But it's getting long in the afternoon. I wanted to have wheels rolling by 3 o'clock so I can get back up to the lake house by 4:30. And I had some stuff I wanted to load up here to take back up there with me. So I'm not going to cut anything, but everything's measured up. So, and it's drawn on a blueprint. So did something. Took a better look at the countertops. My idea with the little 1x1 ceramic tiles that are interconnected with webbing, so they come as a mat and you lay them down. I think that's going to work great, and I think I'm going to go that route. Like a gloss black with a black or a gray grout. Mm-hmm. It's going to be easy and quick. All right. So I still have some more stuff to load up. Uh, so I'm going to continue working on that. I didn't unpack any of the tools for the most part, so that'll be easy to put all back in the truck. It's already there. And we'll shut off the water heater again. That worked pretty good. Um, when I'm not here, I don't have the water heater going, heating the water, maintaining the temperature in the water. Um, let's shut the water heater off, save electricity. When I get here, that's one of the first things I do is turn the water heater back on. Within 30 minutes, it's piping hot. So, woot woot. I think I'm saving energy. Last night I took a nice hot shower, and it was great. It was perfect. So, okay, that's just a check-in. Mia's taking another nap. She's still not feeling well. She's not going to Indiana or wherever the hell she was going tomorrow. But the following week, she's going to Florida for the week. The Amish Mafia bought a house down there in that Pinecraft Village area. And they want to go down there and work on the house and putts and stuff like that. So she's going to haul them down. She's going to stay with her diva daughter. Here we go again. We had a discussion about cohabitational lifestyles. Yeah. I was making comparisons between other people I've been with in my past. I shouldn't say making comparisons. I was putting it out there as to other people I have cohabitated with. Well, I shouldn't say cohabitated with, but spent time with. And their attitudes, comments, philosophies as to how they live their lives and how um, there's been disagreements between them and myself, how I'm not living my life like they live their life, kind of thing, right? And she was in utter disbelief. Pretty sure I've had this conversation with her in the past. I do that with everybody I attempt to get with, just so they know my philosophy and where I'm coming from, um, and what to expect out of me, so they're not blindsided by certain behavioral characteristics or attitudes or anything like that or whatever. It's not a surprise to them. They know up front, and I can remind them of that. Hey, I told you this is what I do, or I told you this is how I think, or you know what I mean? I do that right out of the gate, so they know what they're signing up for. And they can decide. Yeah, look at that. Tamp it and away it goes. Um, they can decide whether they can live with that and work with that as a teammate or not. The diva, straight up, nope, I can't live with you. Why? Because I'm not a clone of her. I don't live like she does. Um, I'm not willing in a relationship to do all the outside work, the heavy lifting, the projects, and be responsible for the Mary Poppins stuff like cleaning the house, doing the dishes, doing the laundry, and stuff like that. Chipping in with that. No. You're going to have your house duties. You're going to be in charge of taking care of inside the house. I'll be in charge of projects and doing the yard work. Period. Right now, I'm forced to do both because I'm single. But I've been accused of wanting a servant. You just want a servant that cooks and cleans for you. Okay. You go out into the shop and build an elevator. And I'll sit here in the nice air conditioned house and I'll do laundry and clean the kitchen. See how well that works. You remodel the bedroom and do all the staining and trim work and painting and stuff, and I'll sit down here and run a vacuum cleaner and a broom and mop the floor. See how long that lasts. The diva expected me to do all that manly stuff and contribute to her work. Mm-hmm. Scrunchy told me I wanted a servant. When I have made 99.999% of the meals that she has consumed in my presence. She ain't no Mary Poppins when it comes to cooking. I digress. So we discussed all that. Mia was in stark disbelief on the attitudes of all the previous candidates that have come through my doors. You know, all except Collie. Collie, not only did she want to and feel responsible for doing the housekeeping and the laundry and the cleaning, but she actually rolled up her sleeves and helped with projects as well. Mm-hmm. My ex-wife was the other one. She did the laundry, the cleaning, and the dishes until she got lazy toward the end and didn't very often. But she would also come out and help hang gutters or something like that. She was another good one. And didn't complain. Didn't tell me that I want a servant. So Mia's on the same page. She knows her place. She knows her duties and responsibilities to be a team player. But she'll also help and get involved in projects because she loves doing that stuff. So we talked about that. Yeah. Anyway. So I didn't get. I got all the trim ripped off of this area here. All the corners off of there. It's all been stripped down. Now it's ready to be clad. And then once the cladding is done, then it can be retrimmed to finish it out. So, did something. What a joke. But I got an hour and a half drive to get back to the lake house. I got to offload all the tools and stuff out of the truck and the trailer. And then I got to try to relax. I got to make supper. And I got to try to relax and enjoy the rest of my evening. So I literally got to get going here. So that's just an update. We'll talk to you when we get back home.